Okay, I believe we are live now. Hi, I'm Bill Parravano, the knee pain guru. I'm going to make this video short and sweet. It is Thursday, January 5th, 2017. First weekend in the new year. Happy New Year to everyone. Got a question here that I wanted to answer. It was from Laura. She said she had a visit with the ortho, and the ortho said my outer cartilage is almost gone. What can I do to fix this? So the question is how to fix cartilage. And I believe there is an unspoken question that is before this question that Laura is asking. You know, I may be off base. However, I've been working with thousands of clients over the past 18 years. And the only reason someone would be concerned about their cartilage, that the cartilage is worn, is because they're experiencing pain. And this is going to be someone with osteoarthritis, bone on bone, degenerative changes in their knee. The only reason they're going to their doctor is because they have some sort of pain. And if they didn't have pain, 99 times out of 100, they wouldn't be talking with their doctor. So the question really is, how do I get my knee out of pain? And that's a very different question than what Laura is asking, because there's the assumption that if the cartilage is back, then the knee will be out of pain. It's there's a little bit of a disconnect there. So we have to understand, like, what is the source of the question? And most of the time we're dealing with the pain. Because just to give you an idea, there's lots of people walking around with cartilage that's intact that are in pain. So when we apply like this logical progression of what we're really trying to deal with, we need to look at the source of what is the outcome that we want. And ultimately, anyone with knee pain wants to be out of pain, or anyone with knee issues, it really only has an issue because the knee is in pain. Now, this is more of a broad stroke. However, like I said, 99 times out of 100, this is the issue that we're addressing. So to answer Laura's question specifically, when the cartilage is wearing on this certain part of the knee, there's generally a tension pattern that's going on in the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, and the lower back that cause the body to walk in a certain way that makes the knee wear in that specific area. So in order to set up the conditions so now your body is able to heal what's going on in the knee, we have to begin to address those patterns in the other areas, in the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, and lower back. If we look at just the knee, if we're looking at only addressing what's going on in that area of the knee, and that's what the conventional approach is going to look at, they're going to look at maybe how can we take a plug from the cartilage in another part of the knee and insert it in that area where the cartilage is wearing and hope that plug takes, or inject stem cells, rooster comb injections, platelet-rich plasma injections, hyaluronic acid injections, something in there to begin to lubricate this area to possibly alleviate some of the pain, but it's not addressing the bigger picture that's going on. It's a Band-Aid at best to address that specific part of the knee. Laura, for you specifically. So the key in this is a holistic approach, because the conventional approach is only looking at the knee. And from an insurance perspective, that's all they can look at. They can't speculate on other parts of the body because they become liable, and that's why they give a diagnosis on a specific area. So in looking at the bigger picture of what's going on, and sometimes athletic trainers, massage therapists, physical trainers touch on this, they talk about strengthening the antagonistic muscles, or whatever has become tight. They'll look and say that the hamstrings are tight, the hip flexors are tight, and other areas of the body are weak, which is true in some cases. However, what tends to happen more is it's easier for the body to tense up to protect itself and tense something up than it is for something to get weak that quickly, because the pain happens overnight. So what makes more sense is that there's a neurological dysfunction. The nervous system has gotten involved in some way, shape, or form that's causing this imbalance to take place. So if we go ahead and just strengthen what's going on in the body, then what tends to happen is we just strengthen this neurological dysfunction, causing the joint to wear faster, because we already have this imbalance and we're just making this imbalance stronger. So the key with this is, and how I work with clients, is creating what I refer to as pain pattern interrupts. That is getting the pressure off of the nerves that are causing the irritation. When we create these pain pattern interrupts and the joint gets relief, because we're creating a tiny bit of space around the nerves in the knee, what happens is the joint relaxes. When the joint relaxes, it's comfortable, it creates more space, and we begin to reverse the process of what I would refer to as the pain tension loop. And the key with this is by setting up these conditions, by continually calming down the nervous system and focusing on comfort, simultaneously setting up the conditions so the body's able to heal itself, this begins to reverse the process of what's been going on in the knee. And first and foremost, you're getting the knee comfortable on a consistent and a regular basis. So Laura, hopefully this gives a broader perspective of what's going on, a bigger picture of what's happening in your knee. If you or anyone else that's watching this video has questions for me, feel free to go to my website, thekneepainguru.com, and you could take an assessment there. There's a time you could set up for an appointment to speak with me about what's going on with your knee. We can get a better understanding of what's going on and figure out a strategy for you, what really works, and where you can get relief within the next day or so in terms of what's going on with your knee. I could also be found on Facebook and Twitter, social media, and things like that. However, yes, that's what I have to share for today. So this is Bill Parravano, the Knee Pain Guru, going to sign off for today. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of the week.